So, I am the most famous Twitch streamer. Obviously, you've heard of me. I am the Rumpy. Better than J Schlatt, Tommy in it. Dream? Does Dream? As you know, because I'm famous and sexy and extremely unbelievably attractive, I have a mechanical keyboard. And with this mechanical keyboard, I was streaming Minecraft, a Minecraft speedrunner to be precise. My 150th, probably? I don't know. I'm really good at it. I have got no personal best. But anyway, as I was speedrunning, I broke my keyboard. Honestly, I mean, have a look at the evidence. I have no idea what the fuck was going on. I don't know how it happened. I really, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. It just stopped working. Fuck. Oh, no! Fuck! Oh my fucking god! Speedrun's over. Shit, man. Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever spilled a drink. It's on my fucking chair! I didn't lose a keycap, I lost the entire key. It's just gone. Where's the key switch? I can't. Oh, there it is. It's fine. I'm fairly certain it's fine. I was just making sure that there was no liquid left. That's all. I don't want it to dry out in the switches or get into the switches or PCB, but it should be okay. Keyboard plugged in. All right, try and. Keyboard is plugged in. My keyboard does not work. It doesn't. My keyboard is not working. Yeah, I spilled Coke all over my poor mechanical keyboard. And today, we're going to be friggin' fixing it. It's going to be a fucking wonderful time. Alright, trust me guys, alright? So first things first, we've got to actually take the keycaps off the actual keyboard thing itself, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. In case you're wondering why I chose to have a mechanical keyboard, honestly, I mean I could have had anything. I could have a Razer, whatever, a Corsair piece of crap. I don't know. I mean they're good. They're good. But the reason why I had my own custom keyboard is just because I could actually control every single detail about it. I chose to have a wooden case or frame or whatever, I don't know, and the key switches, which are the Gazoo boba gums. I'm fairly certain. I'll have to look out. but yeah, and I could lube all the switches individually, and I got to spend a good 6 hours doing something that I actually really enjoyed. It was very fun. But yeah, anyway, here I am just taking off the keycaps. I think it's definitely worth it. I know there's a lot of work, money, and effort that goes into making just a keyboard, but I use it literally every day, and still every time I use it, I'm just over the moon with just how it feels and how it works. And I mean, mine's not even the best one I can do. If I spent a little bit more money and a little bit more time, I could easily fix my spacebar or make sure. Oh, I could even get better switches. I mean, the boba gums are actually pretty good. They're very quiet, which was the main thing I was looking for, was just a quiet key. Because most of the sound you hear from my keyboard is actually just my what's it called? The keycaps bottoming out. So they're hitting is when the mechanism is right down to the bottom, because I type very heavy-handedly, and everything just sort of, when I press it, it goes all the way down very fast. And oh, here, sorry, they're going to change back to the video. You can see here that I actually just accidentally pulled off a switch. Yeah, this happens quite a bit. I think it was because I blew the keyboard with some hot air. and I think it made some of the contacts a bit weird. I don't know. I do take the keyboard apart every now and then. Not like this. This was something else. This is the first time I had to actually properly take it apart and all that after I built it and finished it. But I have taken it apart a few times, and sometimes some switches come out, but not all the time. So yeah, you know that it's a thing that happens, but it's fine. I put them up to the top right there, as you can see. Honestly, you know what? Okay, right off the bat, I just want to quickly say, like, this was actually really enjoyable to film. I don't know what it is about it, and also edit. Like, I'm still editing it right now. No duh, because I'm doing the voiceover. I haven't even freaking finished editing it. But it was fun, man. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and honestly, I'd recommend it. Yeah, I'd recommend it to any fool who's willing enough to, like, I don't know. Forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, by the way, I put the keys here up on the top left. Do you see that one where I wiggled my, I don't fucking know what people say, my finger at it? That is actually a switch that doesn't work entirely. I had a few, I think it's because I lubed the contacts on the switches when I was lubing each switch individually, and they just stopped working properly. So I just have a few that just gave out. Anyway, we finished taking off all the keycaps. I'm just going to push them over to the side here. It's pretty epic. And here we have a Gazoo boba gum. I'm fairly certain they're a silent linear switch. Very, very nice. I feel like they're kind of mushy compared to most switches, but they're very good. And please ignore my awful fingernails. They aren't they aren't the best. I'm gonna be real with you, man. I didn't trim them before or after the video. I have now. I keep good care of my fingernails. Just this was probably the one time I couldn't. Anyway, I forgot what we're doing here. Oh yes, we got to take out all the switches, of course. Don't know why I said we forgot. This is the only other step. And look, there we go. We've got, oh yep, got to put it in focus. No duh. Come on. Yeah, those two. Bad switches. Those are bad switches. The others, I'm fairly certain are okay. I think when putting it back together, I bent a few pins, but I haven't encountered... Actually, you know what? You know the button below the escape key and next to the 1 key on your keyboard? I don't know what it is. It opens up a command prompt in most games, and I've been playing Skyrim and Battlefield and all these different games that have that key to open the command prompt. Prompt even. And it's that key is one of the ones that doesn't work properly, so I've got to spam it a bunch of times. And then I remember recently I was in a oh look, here we go. Let me just quickly show you all the coke on the friggin' key before I carry on here. Look at that, man. That switch is that poor friggin' switch. It's okay because we are going to take all of them off and we're going to make sure that all of them are dry and clean. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, and I opened up the command prompt in a battle because I was trying to switch over to my weapon by pressing 1, and I just couldn't, and I couldn't move, and I was stuck in this area, and it was so many, like, guys and guys and girls. They're trying to shoot me, and I couldn't do anything. I ended up dying because I had the command prompt open. So I need to make sure all my keys are good. I've got some backups. I just got to lube them, and I don't really have the time to do that right now. Anyway, we've almost finished checking out all these switches. This is my favorite part, but I have, like, the worst tool I could use, which is this cheap metal thing. I have one that has a keycap puller and a switch puller on both ends. I find it later on in the video, but yeah. And anyway, there you go. There's the pile of switches, the graveyard of broken dreams. To be honest, don't know what else to call it, but yeah, I'm just gonna push that aside so you guys can't see it. And you can see on the, oh my god, there's a bit of coke on the board there. Yikes! And let me show you this. Look at this, man. It got everywhere. The coke did not escape. I mean, to be fair, I did shake it around a bit, so it got everywhere. But yeah, we're just gonna pat it down with a nice orange towel, and that's that bit cleaned. I mean, you don't need to do much else. It is just a metal plate. It's mainly there for both looks, and also it has some function of keeping the switches in, I think. I feel like that's probably just me. It just adds some more rigidity to it, and so it makes it doesn't flex as much when you're typing or anything like that. I could get like a piece of foam to go between the PCB and the frame to make it nicer, but hey. All right. And so now, speaking of the PCB, we've actually got to get this PCB out of here. So grab your grubby screwdriver from whatever box of tools that you have. Make sure it's the right size and just unscrew it. This isn't really like a tutorial or anything. I feel like it's just me doing my thing and talking about it. I don't really know what else to say. But yeah, look, look at that screw, man. It's tiny. And I think actually while unscrewing this, I lost one into the keyboard thing itself, which is fine because I'm taking the PCB anyway, so it's under the PCB, but it was a bit annoying. But yeah, I think next time anything like this happens, I'm just gonna I'm gonna clean each switch individually and then re-lube them, make sure it's all done properly, and then do the stabilizers again. So the bits that you see the metal bars, those bits are part of the stabilizers. Redoing them to make sure it's all uniform sound on like the space bar, the enter key, and the backspace and things like that. It makes it so much better. Anyway, we finished with this, and then I'm just going to lift up this PCB here out of here, and there's the bottom of the wooden frame, and there's a tiny little bitch of a screw there. You can see me grabbing it. Oh, it is fucking... It was really difficult, man. Okay, trust me. I was trying to... Look, there we go. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There they are. And just put them to the side so I know exactly where the hell they are. It's not important to keep track of them. I mean, I've got plenty more, but hey. And here we got our trusty orange towel again. We're going to just wipe things down. I think I've got that towel in my room somewhere. I can't find it anymore. It's just disappeared. After this stream, I put them in the wash and they got washed, and I don't think they got returned to my room. I gotta go friggin' find them. By that, I mean, I don't have room service or anything. I just needed to bring them back. I'm not rich. You know, despite my awesome, epic, custom mechanical keyboard, I actually really want to make one again. This sort of satisfied my need for making a mechanical keyboard, because I basically had to remake one from beginning to scratch, like putting it together. Oh, look at the Coke on the table, man. Here's the Coke on the PCB. But yeah, but I still want to make a new one. I'll probably talk about it later. But yeah, look at it, man. It got everywhere. Look at some of those contacts are wet and everything. So that's not good. That's really not good. A towel can get rid of most of it, but there will still be residue on the actual switch and like the connecting points altogether. So we are quickly going to towel down the surface here to make sure that it's dry and no more Coke spreads. And my camera, I think, is moving, or the board I'm doing this on. I don't have a white desk. This isn't even white, it's like off gray. Yeah, but here we are. We're just going to quickly like pat this down with a towel, making sure we don't knock any like friggin' connectors or anything off. I'm going to plug it in real quick to make sure it actually works, which it does. And actually, if we just quickly stop right now. Wait, not here. Wait. Come on, Rumpy. They're here. If we just stop right here, we can see underneath where all the LEDs are on the goddamn wooden board itself. Some of the LEDs is actually like bleached the light of the friggin' the color of the wood. And you can see where the LEDs are on the PCB against the board. I'm so glad that that's like wooden. I would not want that like on my skin. Imagine that, man. I feel like surely maybe it's just too bright and it gets warm and the finish just sort of evaporates over time. But either way, that's not good. I mean, I did get a cheap wooden keyboard case. I think for the next one I'm gonna make a custom one. I've had a really custom case. I've had a really cool idea of putting a little LCD screen down the right side where the numpad is or would be, and and having a little like capybara or something, you know, little pixel capybara doing its own thing or whatever. It'd be really cute. I think it'd be really good. But anyway, tangent away. The PCB works, which is great news. I still need to clean the contacts just in case. We don't want anything shorting out. And well, I mean, that's not going to happen like that, but it's also going to make sure that all the switches work individually. So I'm going to need to quickly get a little something. I don't know what exactly I'm doing right now. This footage, honestly, man, it's so janky. It's unbelievably janky. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so I've got myself some tweezers, if you see in the bottom right, but that's for later. Right now, I've got myself a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in the cap of the container. I should have actually kept the lid on the container. I wasn't thinking about it. And a little brush, and we're just gonna clean the front. The front here is easier to clean. You can just like wipe it up and down with a brush. I mean, you're not gonna knock anything off or anything like that. It's just a nice generic clean. The camera work here is absolute crap. This is the first time I've ever done anything like that. But hey. It is what it is. And then we're gonna, after I've done that, come on, man. Oh, I did the underside as well. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh no, I just cleaned the entire thing. I didn't even show that. I have to pat it down to make sure that all the alcohol gets on the contacts and everything. And it was fine. Everything worked. And here we are. I'm testing to see if it works again. It does. I don't know why it wouldn't. I was just worried it wouldn't. I wanted to check every step of the way. And here I am being a moron trying to test the connections with the pair of tweezers on the front side instead of the back side. And here I am realizing I'm a moron and flipping it around and plugging it in. And I have to battle the strong ass LEDs against my eyes to test to see if every one of these worked. And here we go. We just have to do this like 96 times, I think, along the footage. Yeah, you see. Oh wait, no, that was my my little keyboard testing thing. I just popped it up a bit. Some of the keys I press actually change the scene. But right now, I'm still stuck on that one key. What? That's so confusing. You get the first one right, and then you could get the spacing sort of right for how the tweezers are meant to be, and then it makes the rest easier. And here I'm just testing to see if the actual switch works on all those, and it did. Yeah, here we go. We're finally doing all of it. Look, and this is upside down for whatever reason. It won't be. I'm just gonna flip it right side around now. And here you go. You can see me. Oh, of course. Yeah, this might be right back scene. Oh, and we did it again, and again, and that. And that's my streaming scene. Oh, interesting. Okay, you're seeing everything, man. You get to see everything. But yeah, we're just testing all the keys. This is what it looks like on VIA, I think it's called. The program is just showing me which keys are actually working, which ones are being registered. It's actually really, really nice software, and it's free as well. I'll maybe put a link down in the description for that if I can remember. I think it's pretty good. Anyway, here's what it looks like in real life. You see those lights and how they're reflecting like 3 or 4 times on the friggin' lens, like the light reflections. I don't friggin' know, man. I'm no scientist. I had that on my eyes, man. It was intense. I had to like squint half the time. I can't turn these LEDs off. This is what I get for getting a cheap PCB. I'm glad that it's like underneath the keyboard and I don't have a constant like bright as hell friggin' LED keyboard on my desk. That would be greatly embarrassing, and I'd get 0. No, I'm not. It's not that fun. But yeah, anyway, and so it works. So I'm just gonna make sure it's all in there, nice and securely, and I'm gonna get my little screws, and I'm gonna get in the way of the camera. Yeah, I did. But anyway, we're just gonna get our screws, and we're just gonna make sure everything works. And we're just screwing it all in. No, making sure everything works. We're gonna make sure everything is secure and screwed in, man. That's the right friggin' words. Of course, Rumpy doesn't know what words to use. Jesus Christ. And of course, Rumpy gets in the friggin' way of the camera. And there we go. I'm fairly certain there was a few times where I actually just lost the friggin' screw in the in the keyboard case, and I had to flip the. Yeah, here we go. Oh wait, no. I'm so confused. Oh no, I just turned it around so I could get a better view on the one over there. Okay, but no. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I get the screw stuck in the actual keyboard thing itself, and I have to shake it out because I've already screwed it down a few times. And of course, I just don't know where the camera is, do I? Oh Lord, man. Look, I'm no professional. I'm going to be real with you. It was still fun either way, and it's watchable. And there we go. I think that's... Oh, no, of course. No, wait, hold on. Just really struggling with that one. It's not getting out, man. And then I'm making sure I'm right above this one so I know I get it in and I won't slip up. And I slipped up. We just got one more to go, I think. And then that's it. That should be the entire keyboard all put together very nicely. Come on, Rumpy. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Jesus Christ, man. Some of the screws though, the angles are so weirdly like done. It's because the PCB and the board and the PCB and the case, I feel like the screw holes, and they're not put in the right place, so it's very difficult to get an actual good, like, making sure it's all the right fit. It doesn't. You have to sort of screw in at a weird angle and things like that. It's not good. It's not. It's less than good. But as long as I'm not damaging anything, it's okay in my books, all right? No one's going to see that. I'm going to be putting a plate over it and everything like that. I'm still screwing this thing, man. me with your mom. But no, anyway. And there we go. I think we've got one more in the middle here. I said we had one more ages ago, man. I'm really slow at this. But anyway, yeah, we've done all that. And now, actually, it's time to wait. We've got to wait an entire day to make sure it all dries out because all those switches, I can't clean each individual switch. So I need to go and actually put them against my radiator is what I did, I'm fairly certain, and wrap them up in a towel to make sure no coke got anywhere. And they just basically slowly cooked. Oh my god, wait, hold on. I might need to re-lube each switch after that. Oh, for God's sake, man. But no, we just need to make sure that they're all dry and then before we put anything in. So we're going to wait a day.
The next day.
And anyway, we're back and I have hurt my hand. I'm apparently very angry at my hurt hand. I don't remember slapping my hand, but I did anyway. And we're going to bring our keyboard over to the front here. Look at that, nice. Oh, look, I've got the plate on the top. But we're going to take it off because that's not how you put it together. You've actually got to put the switches into the... Is it called a plate? I don't even know if it's called a plate. I forgot. But yeah, we've got to put these little switches, you know, the Gazoo Boba Gums, I think they're called. If I got that wrong, man, I'm going to... Don't know why I'm flipping off the camera. Okay, Rumpy. Jesus. Did I do anything wrong? I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, first of all, let's just test to make sure the switches work all right after I get all of them here. You see, this is the thing of it being super janky. I forgot what I did, what order these things go in. Look at that. That's so satisfying to see. I love switches, man. I want an entire jar of those things, man. Even if they don't work, I just want to have a jar to display. But anyway, making sure it's all secure and everything's in nicely. Making sure that nothing's going to get out. And I'm going to put them onto the keyboard. Making sure which way I have them around. And place that on there. And now we're just going to quickly test this out. Yep, it works. Going to test the other one to make sure that one works as well. Okay, yep, there we go. Thumbs up. Yeah, and I hate that tool, man. It's just so difficult and like awkward. And this is how you put them in. You put the switches into the different parts of the frame there, or whatever it's called, plate, frame. I don't know. I'm no genius, man. I'm no like professional at this. And then I put them in, and then I'm testing them, and I find out something horrendous. I bent the pins on the escape key. It was the worst thing I've ever done. And I picked up another key with bent pins. I really like screw this thing up, man. Oh lord. And you see, I'm trying to put the key, the switch in without having some support in the corner. I have to take it out. I have to put the switches into the frame again, and then I have to make sure that they're in properly and no bent pins. So I'm testing again. No, testing again. All right, it worked. Thank God. All right, and now I can just get down to it and start putting all the switches in. This is probably my favorite part. It's like putting together Lego to me. I don't know how to explain it, but again. But it's just like putting together Lego. You know, you put the bricks together and they go in so satisfyingly. It's the same thing, but it feels much more grown up in a way. Like, I don't like to think Lego as a kid's toy or anything, because I enjoy Lego still to this day. But it's just genuinely like, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I love to sit down and just build things, and this keyboard, it helps with that. But I did this super slow at the beginning. I was just putting in some keys, just trying to get everything working together, make sure, do checks. You don't need to do this. You can just go in like nuts to butts, balls to the wall. Is that what, I don't know what people say. And look, I press my scene keys. Jesus Christ. But you can just go all the way and just put them all in at once. Don't need to check them, test them or anything. Just go in, put them in, plug it in, see which ones don't work, take those ones out. It's the quicker way, to be honest. I've got some bent pins there. I'm gonna do some more crimes to those later because they're lubed. Even if they've been in Coke, they've still been lubed. Which, keyboard enthusiasts, beware, I am a friggin' monster. I'm just gonna like bend the pins back and put them back in. I did it before, and I'll friggin' do it again. I feel like it is a bit of a crime. It's just one of those things, man. Like, I don't have enough switches. I mean, I brought a little like 10-pack, not 10-pack. I brought like 10 switches. Not the RGB ones, because I was like, oh, I need to have backlight. Turns out the RGB ones, they let light through from under, kind of, in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but I can't get any LEDs that go underneath the friggin' the bit that I need them to go in. So that kind of sucks. But hey, yeah, we'll be all good. I think now I'm just going to test all the different keys. You can see there was my Pokemon scene there. That's my stream scene, my just chatting one. And then here we are. We're just checking which ones work, which ones don't. And you see these switches? I'm going to put them in the arrow keys, because I don't use the arrow keys, to be honest, man. I'm just gonna, you know, like, if I ever do, I'm gonna be upset with myself, but it's gonna work. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And you can't see it, it's off camera, but I am doing war crimes to these poor switches. It takes quite a big man to admit when he's doing something wrong. And yeah, I mutilated mechanical key switches. Yeah, that's my crime. Arrest me. Look, man, honestly, it's my thing. I can do whatever I like. And look, I had to get some backups up because I couldn't find the other one. And so I just put some unlooped switch in there for it to its place and just made sure they all worked. And they did. And that's about it, really. I think now I just got to put on all the different keycaps and we'll be good to go. This was super difficult. It was like, you know when you tip out all the Lego and then you open up all the different bags and you combine them all together? Like, this is, okay, I'm going to compare it to Lego a lot because I genuinely, it's like the one thing I can compare it to. But I had like an entire like jumbled up like pile of keycaps onto my left there. And so I had to go through all of them and making sure I had all the right ones, and I flipped them over, making sure I knew which ones were what, and oh, man. And then I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to organize these first so I can get a nice, satisfying time lapse right at the end of me putting them in together. And so I did. I spent a good like 10-15 minutes just friggin' making sure I have these the right way around and everything, and making sure it looks really nice. And honestly, it kind of looked well. I think it went well, man. Honestly, yeah. And here I'm looking for this isn't even where I didn't even organize them just yet, man. Honestly, I feel like, you know what? To be honest, I had a picture up on my phone of what my keyboard, like, oh fuck, I pulled the switch out. what my keyboard keycap layout was, and it made this a lot easier. Like, don't wing it, man. Don't wing it. You need it. You need that guide. I tried before to do it the other way, but yeah. But anyway, so in the end, my keyboard did end up working. It was all good, all dandy. No coke really ruined it. I mean, a 250-pound keyboard was absolutely debilitated by a glass of coke, which I'm fairly certain costs less than £1. So it shows the fragility of these things, man. You don't want anything destroying them. It's quite a large amount of money going. But yeah, we're gonna do a sound test at the end, and heads up, my spacebar is still horrendous and forever will be up until I decide I'm gonna change it. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun making this, and yeah, enjoy the sound test, honestly, man.